Stone vet, stone vet, stone vet, stone vet, stone vet, stone vet. The stone vet, the stone vet, the stone vet, the stone vet, the stone vet. I hit the ground running when I'm invading your country. And still with honor and discipline. Throw my guns like onyx. Dressed in camo with ammo for every situation I handle. They got us marching and stepping by my platoon. You get trampled if it ain't raining.
What's up, guys? RNG here from the Stone Vet USMC. I'm kind of acting like it's my first time doing this. It's been a little while, right? I missed you guys last week and stuff like that, man. Super excited to be here with you guys, man. Super excited to be here. It's Thursday. The weekend's almost here, man. How many of you guys are ready for the weekend, dude? Hopefully you guys are getting close, right? Hopefully you guys are getting super close for the weekend, trying to get ready to enjoy the weather, right? Here in Oklahoma, the weather's been getting good. I think they said we're supposed to get some freaking rain starting tomorrow. Some more rain tomorrow. We're gonna get some rain. Pretty good amount of rain this past couple of days here, man. Super excited, dude. I'm glad you guys are here with me on this Thursday to come hang out and enjoy this time together, right? To enjoy this camaraderie that we have together, right? I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Rafa 1A. Rafa 1A provides you the best medicinal grade CBD on the market, hands down. I gotta tell you guys every week, if you guys are not using CBD, you guys need to start considering using CBD. Hands down, dude. CBD works tremendously on aches, pains, anxiety, depression, everything like that, man. Go check out rafa1a.com. Like I said, a lot of us suck at getting sleep. We suck at getting sleep. And so for us, if we're averaging 2 to 4 hours of sleep, why not make it the best 2 to 4 hours of sleep we can get at night, right? Go check out rafa1a.com. When you go to Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com, just like it says right there, was it to your left, right there, to the right, wherever, however you guys are looking at it. Go there. When you go there, it's going to have a little banner that says time for sleep. Click that banner. It's going to show you two amazing sleep aids. It's called the Night Ops and the Sapphire. The Sapphire has a CBN in it. If you guys don't know about CBN acts as almost like a sedative to help you get the rest that you need and stuff, right? So go check out rafa1a.com. And when you check out with the Stone Vet USMC, what's going on, radio? When you check out the Stone Vet USMC, you get 15% off your entire purchase, like that banner says right there, right? 15% off your entire purchase when you check out the Stone Vet USMC. And when you order $85 or more, you get free priority shipping to your front door. Priority shipping 2 to 3 days. I think the longest I've seen is 3 days, man. Go check out rafa1a.com to get all your medicinal grade CBD needs. What's going on, Seth? It's radio that leg. Right, Seth? What's going on, brother? I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You are listening to #1 Marine Corps podcast, like I tell you guys every week. You see that? #1 Marine Corps podcast, top Marine Corps podcast through the Veteran Podcast Awards. Veteran Podcast Awards are coming up again here in October. October 5th is Veteran Podcast Awards Day. Voting will open, I think, in July, which I'm super excited for. Keep an eye out. I'm going to keep an ear out because I'm going to keep telling you guys when it gets closer and closer. But right now, my competition is over at Chronic Palooza. Chronic Palooza is going to be one of the biggest cannabis events probably in the country. They're doing it here in El Reno, Oklahoma. They've put me in. I've been nominated as a number one live podcast. There's only 4 podcasts in this competition, dude. And I've checked out the other podcasts, dude, and they ain't got nothing on me. You already know that. What's going on, Maddie? What's going on, dude? It's National Crayon Day. Hey, radio, did you know it's National Crayon Day? But I am up for over at chronicpalooza.com. If you come over to my Facebook page, I got to post it up there. I need to pin it to the top so you guys see it. Google Chronic Palooza, chronicpalooza.com. It's in El Reno. You're going to go to the community tab. It's the middle tab, the middle button. You're going to click that, and it's going to have a categories tab up top. You click the categories tab, and it's going to scroll down to live podcast, and you're going to see me. I don't want to say much, dude. I looked up one of them. One of them's not even on Spotify. I don't think they're even on YouTube, so I don't even know how they're a podcast. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. I got them, and I got another jarhead called Old School and Company. He's got a good show. It's not a bad show, but it's not the Stone Vet, the real jarhead. And then you got one. Man, guys, these girls call it 2 girls, 1 bowl. I'm sorry, dude. But if you guys are like me, you guys remember it, right? 2 girls, 1 cup, right? You guys remember seeing that one, right? Two girls, one cup. These girls' podcast is called Two Girls, One Bowl. And so I don't even want to really listen because I don't even know what kind of nonsense would come out of this, guys. But go over to Chronic Palooza right now, right? So the first is coming up. So you guys with disability checks, I know you're about to get paid tomorrow with the disability check. If you haven't already gotten paid today, they give you an option to buy votes, buy the votes, buy me votes. The money's going to a great cause. The money is going to It Stops Here nonprofit. It Stops Here nonprofit helps those children whose parents have been incarcerated for possession of cannabis. As you heard me right. You guys already know the big crap that we have going on in this country, right? How many people are incarcerated for a possession of a dime bag, of a joint, a quarter sack, an eighth? Those guys are in jail for 10, 15 years. Shit, some 20 for a fucking dime sack. And so those children that they have lose their parents because their parents decided to use a natural remedy to help with their ailments that they suffer from on a daily basis. So Chronic Palooza is supporting It Stops Here nonprofit, helping those children who have lost their parents because they were incarcerated because of a cannabis possession. So, like I said, $20 will buy me 500 votes, dude. $20. Disability checks will go rolling in. They'll be rolling in by midnight. I am wanting to bring home another award. Help me bring home another award to this number one Marine Corps podcast, right? Like I tell you guys, it's because of you. It's not because of me doing this on a weekly basis. It's because you guys that are listening in and you're sharing this content. If you guys are watching on Facebook, Maddie, share this content right now. Go down there, hit that share button. I know you're part of a bunch of groups. Hit that Seth, Radio, Maddie, start tapping that freaking share button. Start sharing this content. Get this content out there, right? Because Vet Radio Syndicate is the number one veteran fucking radio syndicate. Every day there's a new show coming out every day. More jarheads, more veterans coming out on Vet Radio Syndicate. And there's a lot of freaking veterans out there that don't know we exist. Approximately 18 million veterans get out of service every year, dude. There's approximately 18 million veterans right now in this country, right? The sad part is in Oklahoma, we're losing 27 a day because we have the highest veteran suicide rate in the country. We're trying to eliminate that. Like I tell you guys, I'm currently going to the Capitol on a weekly basis, talking with senators in regards to this psilocybin research project that we're trying to get established. It's already passed the House. It's about to go in front of the Senate. And we are convincing the Senate to let them know, hey, this is important for our veteran community here in Oklahoma. Being that Oklahoma has the number one veteran suicide in the entire country, this would be great to be able to get help our veterans get help they need in regards to PTS, anxiety, and depression. Just wait until you hear new songs I'm writing. That's awesome, Radio. I'm super excited, man. But like I tell you guys, get out there, start sharing this content. This content is what we need, man. We have got to get this content out to everybody because why? This is the year. This is the year for federal legalization. The House will be voting. The House will be voting tomorrow to push another federal legalization of cannabis bill in front of Senate. So be on the lookout. Watch C-SPAN. I know it's boring as hell listening to these senators in this House of Representatives. This one's for the House of Representatives. Tomorrow, the MORE Act will be placed in front of them to get it pushed to the Senate. The Senate is saying this spring they're going to vote to legalize cannabis. So us as veterans, as advocates, have got to continue keeping an eye on this on a weekly basis, right? On a weekly basis, we have to make sure that we are getting in communication with our House of Representatives and our senators in our state. You guys that are cannabis advocates, psilocybin, plant-based medicine advocates, you have to present this in front of your representation in your state. Like I tell you guys, I did Louisiana 2 weeks ago. I did Iowa last week. This week I'm going to be talking about the Mississippi cannabis laws, right? Because my brother Maddie got me in contact with a female who's struggling, who's a veteran who's struggling to get plant-based medicine in Mississippi, right? So I've been doing some research today. I was going through, like I said, I've been trying to follow this, right? This federal legalization, because me being a federal employee, I can't consume cannabis. What kind of podcast is that, right? What kind of podcast is that the stone vet can't smoke cannabis, right? How stoned is he, really? Right now, I'm not. But my goal is to fight for federal legalization for plant-based medicine, guys. I know the medicinal benefits because I used plant-based medicine for years before I got caught, and they told me I couldn't use it anymore being a federal employee. And one of the biggest things I keep telling you guys about on a regular basis, dude, is that you have to freaking fight and advocate. This Friday, I got David Bass out of Texas. David Bass was a major in the United States Army. He was in Iraq in '05 when I was in Iraq. That man had been in the military for 30 plus years before he retired. And he is a massive advocate in Texas. So if you're in Texas and you're wanting to fight for plant-based medicine for the legalization of cannabis, right? Because in Texas, all you have right now are edibles. Edibles are great, but what happens when you need that instant relief? What happens when you are needing that instant relief to be able to get you through that crowd or that gathering that you're at with family, or you're in an unknown area and you're just scared as shit, right? Flower, when you're able to use combustible cannabis, that's when you get that instant relief. Edibles are great, don't get me wrong, they are. They're absolutely great. But what you guys have to do is understand is that you guys are needing to fight for your medical freedom. We fought over in Iraq and Afghanistan for the freedom of this country, right? We went over there for whatever reason. We went over there, right? We went over there because the government said we had to go over there to fight the war for the government. We're over there fighting for freedom, and now that we're home, we don't have the medical freedom to use whatever medicine we deem that we need to treat our ailments that we've obtained while serving our country. A lot of you guys have been blown up. A lot of you guys suffer from anxiety. A lot of you guys suffer depression. A lot of you guys suffer a lot of different things. You can't sleep. You're vomiting this and that. It sucks, but that's because you served your country and you served it proudly. The biggest things that people don't understand is like, I don't want to become a zombie. The VA will give you any medication you request on demand, and they'll continue sending it to you and refilling every prescription you're requesting, whether it's muscle relaxers, whether it's sleep aids, whatever it is. And they'll continue allowing you to have it and have it and have it, right? But nobody's ever talking about, right? What people aren't talking about is the 35 veterans that take their life to opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a huge crisis in our country. Like I said, Oklahoma's number one for the veteran suicide rate, averaging about 27 veterans a day. As I'm sitting here shooting this show with you, we're losing a brother or sister. Why? Because this content isn't getting out there to them to let them feel like there's somebody here for them. Like I said, if you're watching on Facebook, start sharing this content now. Hit that share button down there, right? There's a share button. There's a reason there's a share button. Is to get this content out there so other brothers and sisters can see that we're out here doing this, right? On a regular basis, on a weekly basis. There's a Vet Radio Syndicate, there's a show every day. Somebody's doing a show every day on Vet Radio Syndicate, which is outstanding, right? You guys coming out here listening to us on a weekly basis, we appreciate it tremendously, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to get these shows out there and be able to have such a large gathering that we do whenever people come and listen to our content. But that's one of the biggest things, guys, that nobody ever talks about: the opioid addiction. How many opioids are you guys taking on a daily basis, right? The last veteran I talked to, he's talking about 14 pills a day just so he can live a normal life. And it sucks, dude. It sucks when you have to take opioids to try to live a normal life. And so what you guys need to start understanding is that in order for us to be able to get the medical freedom that we deserve, we have to talk to our representatives at our capital, whether it's the House of Representatives, whether it's your local representative, your senator, your mayor, whatever the case may be. You have to start getting your foot in the door and people understanding who you are. Like I said, this Friday I got David Bass coming out, and that's like I said in the episode. I said, David, do these guys know who you are at the Capitol? He said, you're absolutely right. Every senator that goes to the Capitol knows who I am. He's got a long, like father time, big white beard, white hair, and he wears a hat that says "I love Texas" with a cannabis leaf on it. He's fighting for combustible cannabis right now, trying to help people get their medicine that they deserve, that they've earned, right? That's the biggest thing, dude, is medical freedom, allowing us to be able to use our own medicine, right? Why can we not get our own medicine? And it sucks, dude. So this week, like I said, I had Mr. Maddie come over to me and started asking me, saying he brought a friend over, And he was like, dude, this is crazy. He said, this girl here lives in Mississippi. And he's like, she can't get her medicine, dude. And I was like, well, let me read up on it. Let me see what's going on. So I love Marijuana Moment. If you guys haven't checked out Marijuana Moment provides they're always providing new updates in regards to federal legalization of cannabis or cannabis laws within every state, right? So Mississippi just became the 37th state, right? As of right now, we have 37 states that have cannabis, either adult use or recreational use. And so they're the last one to get on board, right? So there's 37 states, right? And my biggest thing is, right, if this gets to Senate and it doesn't pass Senate, I'm going to start making a movement, because what I'm going to need is your help. I'm going to need your help in your state, because a brother of mine, Travis Johnson, over the Nonprofit Architect, said if the governors get together, can't they overthrow Congress? And so I was like, huh. So I'm doing some research on that. If there's 37 states out of 50, if we can get all 37 governors together and say, hey, let's fucking blow this, let's do this, let's legalize cannabis on a nation, how amazing would that be? They would want to be able to be a part of that, right? Because they could say, us as a nation stood together and said, hey, let's provide medical freedom for the veteran community. And so I'm going to be working with some veteran organizations. If this does not pass Senate, that's my next movement, is working with the governors of each state. And I'm going to need your help. So for you guys that do have it legal in your states, we're going to need to come together and start advocating and gathering at the capitals to let them know, let's make this happen as a nation, not as just Oklahoma, not as just freaking Mississippi or Louisiana or Iowa, but as a nation. Let's come together and let's say screw Senate, because they can't get their heads out of their ass. I've been watching some of the things in Senate, dude. There's some people up there, dude. They look like they're 90 years old and they're still in charge of shit. And I'm like, why? You're 90 years old. When you got in the office in the freaking 60s, the laws, the country's in a different place. And you're still trying to run this country the same way that it used to run back in the 60s and 70s. And this is the problem with our country now. This is why there's such a divide in our country, because the old people that are in Senate are still trying to run our country like it's still the 70s. And we know that doesn't work like that anymore, man. And so it's crazy, right? So, like I said, I was reading in here on Marijuana Moment. They're saying here that the legislation approved the measure last week. So last week would have been 2 months ago in February. So in January they approved it, right? They approved with solid margin advancing the reform more than 1 year after voters approved medical cannabis legislation on the ballot. The initiative was struck down by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court overturned it, right? In a social media post, Governor Reeves said that there's no doubt that there are individuals at our table who could do significantly better if they had access to medically prescribed doses of cannabis, right? Which is great, right? Maddie, amen to term limits, out with and they're never going to vote for term limits, Maddie. Nobody would ever do that, right? And so after the bill cleared both chambers and was amended, legislators convened for a conference committee to deliver a final product to Governor Reeves, who had previously expressed some concern about purchase limits included in early versions of the measure, right? Even going as far as to threaten a veto. So in Canada, so every state is different, right? Like I tell you guys, Oklahoma is the best, by far the best cannabis state in the nation, hands down. I just had an episode with the moderators from Vet Codes. Two moderators from Vet Codes. If you guys don't know Vet Codes, go check out Vet Codes. If you're in the veteran community and you want to grow your own medicine, these guys give you seeds and they have raffles like on a weekly basis to give you grow tents and lights and stuff. And these are legit products. These are coming from America-made products, dude, and they're legit products, which is phenomenal. I was like, dang, dude. And I asked Alex. He's an army guy, one of the moderators, and he's like, dude, it cost me $600 to get set up, dude. And these guys are giving it away for free. Not only they give you cannabis seeds to grow, they also give you vegetables and fruits to grow as well. So you're able to get good food. So you can grow your own food. Ask Maddie. Maddie's on here. He'll tell you how great Vet Codes is, man. They're freaking awesome people over there, right? They're on the same mission that I'm on, right? But like I said, I was reading through this Mississippi law, right? Recent changes to legislation did reduce the amount of cannabis patients can buy. The governor didn't get the specific lower purchase threshold policy that he pushed for, but he ultimately signed. So he pushed for less cannabis that you can buy. As of right now, you can only buy 3.5 grams a day and 1 gram of concentrate. Member here and agree. See, James knows he's a member of Vet Cuz. He could tell you, man. James, go down there, hit that share button, share this content with all your freaking pages that you're a part of, dude. People got to hear this stuff, man. So in Mississippi, right, the governor wanted to lower the limit on how much a person can purchase a day. And as of right now, right, as of today, March 31st, the most a person can purchase right now, right? The most a person can purchase right now is 3.5 grams of flour and 1 gram of concentrate. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me, dude? 3.5 grams. I'm like, man, dude, I can go anywhere in my state and buy as much flour as I want. I'm only allowed to carry so much in my possession. I think it's like 6 ounces is the most I can carry in my possession, like in my car. It's like 6 ounces. I don't think there's a limit on concentrates. So that's your shatter, your butters, your sugars, your batter, your hash, all your concentrates. I don't think there's a limit on that. I have to look at my cannabis card again. It says on the back what it is, right? And I'm able to grow my own medicine. I can grow my own medicine up to 6 plants. But in the state of Mississippi, if you're from Mississippi, I'm sorry, right? It is crazy because so it says here, while recent change of legislation did reduce the amount of cannabis patients can buy, the governor didn't get the specific lower purchase, right? I've made it clear, in the bill on my desk is not the one that I would have written, he said on Wednesday. But it is the fact that the legislators who wrote the final version of the bill or 45th to 46th draft made significant improvements. Readers have 5 days to follow legislative actions, excluding Sundays, to either sign it into law or return with objections. If he didn't take the action by Wednesday deadline, the bill would have become law without his signature. Because of these improvements, the program will become law. So it is law now, right? It is law in Mississippi. You are able to have medical cannabis, right? And it says here the State Bill 2095 draws heavily from provisions negotiated by lawmakers in the second half of the last year as legislative leaders prepared a bill for the anticipated special session last summer. The governor never called. It says the measure will allow patients with about 2 dozen qualifying medical conditions, and we all know the medical conditions, right? We all know the medical conditions for being able to have medical cannabis, right? Maddie said here, Vetcos is on the ball for helping veterans. They got me hooked up with an overwhelming grow set up and changed my life, man. I bet, dude, they're doing amazing things over there, right? Because this is our community. This is what we're supposed to be doing, right? So here it says the qualified medical condition to purchase equivalent of 3.5 grams of marijuana or 1 gram of cannabis concentrate per day with a maximum monthly limit of 3 ounces. 3 ounces is all you can carry in a month. That's all you can buy in a month is 3 ounces. I smoke an ounce a week, dude. When I was smoking, there's 4 weeks in a month, so I'd be fucked, wouldn't I be? Right. It says here, but what's great about Mississippi, if you're gonna get you a cannabis card, it's only gonna cost you $25. I was like, oh, that's not bad, dude. I could pay $25. I think here for civilians, I'm 100% disabled, so those laws are disgustingly ignorant. No, they are, Maddie. They are. Here, I'm a disabled veteran. I can't remember what I paid. I think it was super cheap. Being a disabled, 100% disabled vet, I got my cannabis card for super cheap. But for my wife, it costs like $104. I want to say here in Oklahoma for a 3-year cannabis card, right? But it says here, this is one of the things that pissed me off about this law, the State Bill 2095, is that patients or caretakers will be prohibited from growing their own cannabis under the new law. Products from state licensed companies, meanwhile, will be limited to 30% THC for cannabis flower and 60% for concentrates. I was like, you can't grow your own flower? As a patient who uses medical marijuana, you're not allowed to grow your own medicine. I was like, damn, there's the government at its finest again, right? The government's working with businesses. I'm wondering what big conglomerate is coming into Mississippi. That's what I want to know. What conglomerate is coming into Mississippi and saying, hey, if I come to your state, you allow me to grow and you allow me to open a dispensary, I'll give some money back to the state, right? But you can't allow the citizens to grow flower, to grow their own medicine. I'm just thinking, dude, I don't know. These are just thoughts that come to my head. So in the state of Mississippi, you have flower, right? You are the 37th state to become part of the movement that's happening in our country to allow medical marijuana in your state, which is great. But you can't grow your own medicine. Like, I don't care about the whole you can't have more than 30% THC in any flower. There shouldn't be 30% THC in any flower, right? What's going on, Cheryl? But Maddie right here. Here you go. What'd you say, Maddie? Joe Biden stimulus paid my Illinois medical card last year, 250 for 3 years, 50 off for veteran, and I can grow 5 plants. Well, at least you can grow 5 plants. I think next week I'll probably be talking about the Illinois cannabis law to see exactly where it stands, though. But like I said, Oklahoma is leading the way in the cannabis industry right now. Our bill's screwed up. It's broken. Like $2,500, you can start a commercial grow, which is crazy, right? Super crazy. And there's approximately 9,000 grows in Oklahoma right now. There's about, what do they say? Maybe 6,000 dispensaries. It may be 3,200. I can't remember. There's a crap ton of dispensaries and there's a crap ton of grows in the state. It's great. When it first opened up, right, when we first legalized cannabis and everything, right, everybody was selling the exact same flower because it's all the flower that was coming in from California, right? All this flower was coming in California, nobody keep track of it, right? OMMA didn't know what the hell they were doing. They didn't know how to get the hold of it. They didn't know how to grab it by the horns and figure out how to ensure that this program wouldn't be suffering or wouldn't be hurting, right? But this is one of the biggest things I keep telling you guys about on a weekly basis, that you have to get out there and fight for your freaking medical freedom, right? Maddie, like you said, $250 for 3 years. That's expensive, dude, for a cannabis card. $250 is expensive, dude. It is. Like I said here, I think it's like 104 here. And I'm 100% disabled, so I think it was a little bit cheaper. I think it was like $25 or $50. It's super cheap, right? I don't know. But one of the things I tell people, dude, like, we are leading the way. Like, a lot of states are looking at us like, how is Oklahoma doing it, right? We're not right by any means. I mean, like, it's broke. Like, we have a lot of Chinese people. There's a lot of Chinese people here growing cannabis and shipping it out across the nation. They're putting it on semi trucks and shipping it out across the nation, dude. But one of the biggest things like this here, if you guys are upset about not being able to grow your own flower, this is your opportunity to get to the Capitol. And if you can't get to the Capitol, start at your local level. Like I was talking to David Bass, Texas is massive, dude. Texas is huge. Not a lot of people live by the Capitol. David Bass does, though. And he goes and talks to senators from around the state. And I asked him, what's the easiest way that somebody can get heard at the Capitol? She said, start local. Talk to your representative and where you're at, your local area. Talk to your representative. After you talk to him, talk to the senator of that area. Apparently, I didn't even realize it. I didn't know it until I started going to the Capitol myself and realizing that there are multiple senators. Like in Oklahoma, there's two main ones, right? James Langford and Jim Inhofe. I think Inhofe retired finally. That dude's like 90 years old. And Inhofe, he's younger, but it's election year. Right? It's election year, and these guys want to make sure that they're going to get reelected again. And so, if you're at the Capitol, if you can't get to the Capitol, start at your local level, right? Who is your representative where you live? Who can you go and talk to? Whose office can you go into? And what I say, when you go, make sure you have somebody else with you. When there's two or more of you guys, dude, these sorry SOBs will listen. They will absolutely listen, dude. Like, no, hands down, they will listen to you. And this is one of the things that you guys have to understand, is that you have to get out there and you have to advocate. If you're tired of the medical laws of what you got, like Iowa, I feel sorry. If you live in Iowa, you guys need to start a movement fast, fast, because your government is screwing you in your cannabis laws. Hell, I don't even think you can have flower in your state and you have medical marijuana. You have a medical marijuana law and you can't even have flower. If you are in a state and you're not able to enjoy cannabis the way you want to enjoy it, get to the Capitol. Start advocating. Like I said, there's a massive movement happening in our country today. Like I said, tomorrow, keep an eye out. Go over to C-SPAN. I know it's boring as hell, but the House is planning to vote on the MORE Act once again. Once they get us through, I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks the Senate will get off their asses. Like I told one of the activists here, we're trying. Like I said, we're pushing for psilocybin research in our state right now. I told him I understand it's great and all that's understand, but I said I need to talk to my big senators. I need to talk to Langford and whoever took over for Inhofe. I have to ensure that they are saying that they need 10 Republicans in Senate to help push this bill over. If I can get at least my two here that go to DC on a regular basis to vote yes, I've done my part. What are you guys doing? How are you guys helping to fight for federal legalization in our country? Are you wanting to be able to use plant medicine the way you want to use it? Like here in Mississippi, you can't even smoke cannabis outside. You can't even smoke it in a designated smoking area. The only place you can smoke it is in your house. You cannot even consume cannabis in your car. I understand. But what I don't understand is how you can go to a bar and you can drink. But God forbid you roll a fucking blunt and go to a bar and smoke, right? God forbid that you go out to the park and smoke. People are out of the park smoking cigarettes regularly. You go outside, you go walk by somebody and they're smoking a cigarette. Nasty cigarette, you breathe it in, right? But God forbid you're walking around with a joint in your mouth, right? What's going on, Michelle? How you doing? How you doing, Michelle? Hopefully you're sharing this content. Hopefully you got out there, you start sharing this content, right? Since you're on Facebook, start sharing it to all your crazy groups so they can see this crazy ass Marine, right? But this is one of the biggest things I've been talking about is just making sure that you guys get out there and you allow Congress to understand and know why you believe in plant-based medicine, man. How you guys doing on this Thursday, though, man? Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. Hopefully the weather is changing. Like I said, it's been cooler. The past 2 days has been super cool. Like it was 80 degrees and then it dropped down to the 50s. It's spring, right? It. April is tomorrow, right? April's here. We are getting ready to move into this house that I keep telling you guys. I've been talking to you guys about for freaking ever, it seems like, right? We went and did the trim walk. We walked through, make sure got everything final, getting started to get everything. I got 9 weeks, dude. 9 weeks before I close on that house. So guess what, dude? It might snow tomorrow here. Where the hell are you at, Michelle? Where it's gonna snow? Where are you at that it's gonna snow, man? Ohio, right? You up in Ohio? Damn, it's still too cold, man. Maddie, you gonna get any snow up there where you're at, dude? If Ohio's getting snow, you gotta be getting some snow. But one of the biggest things, like I got 9 weeks, so here before too long there will not be. Yeah, she's in Columbus, Ohio. So yeah, that's crazy. You still getting snow, dude? It's April. That's crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be a couple of weeks that you probably won't see me. I probably won't be doing lives because I'll be freaking packing up, trying to get everything cleaned out. I got to get this house squared away. I got to go to my storage unit. I got a storage unit. I got to take everything out of it and restack it because everything just got thrown in there because we just have miscellaneous crap, and now we have a lot more stuff. So I can go in there and actually stack it better now. And so I've got to get in there. I got to take everything out. I got to get everything taken out. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it's not going to be tomorrow. Maybe Saturday afternoon, depending on how bad it rains, to see how much water is on the ground before I take everything out of storage. I got to take everything out of storage. I got to repack everything, and try to get everything squared away because I got to get as much junk. Because I got 2 storage units, but one's already plumb full. And I got one. It's full, but it's not as full as I think it is, man. Adult Jenga, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Adult Jenga. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have to go to the storage unit. I got to go get it squared away so I can get behind this green screen. You should see all these boxes out here. Snow flurries in them. That's crazy. I can't believe you guys are still getting snow, dude. That's nuts. You guys are too far north. we ain't get snow anymore here. It's just gonna get some rain. That's all we get in here. Is a little bit of rain, man. But that's one of the things I gotta do. I gotta start. We gotta start packing up. We gotta start. We don't have anything in the house. There's literally nothing in the house. There's a couple of towels and some clothes. That's all that's in the house. Mother Winter, more bipolar than my first wife. I bet, dude. It's April. How are you still getting snow? My goodness, man. But yeah, I got a bunch of boxes in here. Honestly, it's not a whole lot. It's a lot, but it's not a whole lot. I gotta actually get this area cleaned out because it's May. It's April, May, June time frames, tornado season in Oklahoma. So I gotta get this crap out of here so I get access to my tornado shelter, right? And so I've got to clean this area up. Especially, I got to make sure I got to try to make it look presentable. You know, when these guys come through, I got this third car garage. Mother Nature, April Fool's joke, right? No lie, right? If you guys are getting snow out that way, I gotta get this third car cleaned out and try to present it so whenever they come and look at it, I can present it to them and be like, "Oh, it's a nice third car garage," you know. And so this is one of the things that we have to start. We got to start getting the house ready. I got to touch up some paint spots and stuff like that. We've got to touch up a couple of things, but then we got to put it on the market within the next 4 weeks. It's got to be put on the market. And so things are going to be changing. You may not be catching me or Season Crazy as often as we'd like to. I'm getting some episodes recorded so I can work on it when I have an opportunity to work on it. Work right now is still in the limbo. As of right now, they're still allowing us to do week on, week off work. So right now, I'm on my week off. I'm teleworking from home for the week, you know? He said it melted already. The snow already melted. I can't believe you guys still got snow on the ground, Maddie, honestly. And so I don't know how long it's going to last, you know? And so that's one of the things that I'm going to try to get as much done while I'm teleworking from home so I can get it as squared away. So whenever I go back to work, when I get off work, I'm not spending freaking long hours freaking cleaning and stuff like that. And so that's one of the biggest things is just allowing us to be able to get this crap together, get it squared away. I got to clean up. I've got to clean it up. Right. We got a lot of boxes and stuff over there, but if I go clean out the storage, I think I can stack more stuff in there, right? Stack it to the ceiling instead of just throwing it in there. Because a lot of it's just thrown in there because there's a bunch of miscellaneous crap that you really can't stack. You know, and so that's what we're doing. Super excited, getting ready to move into this big house. And once we get in there, then we can put more, all that crap we got in storage. We can finally go through and get rid of what we don't want anymore, man. You know, I could put my tin hat on and talk chemtrails and geoengineering. Absolutely, of course you can, man. Of course you can. I was just watching the news. They said that the Russians have left. What is it? Chernball, whatever they call that freaking nuclear place in Ukraine. They left it, and I was like, oh wow, what makes you think that it wasn't going to be a bad freaking time? You know, it's been stupid, dude. And so what's going on, sweetheart? You want to come hang out? The wife's over here. She don't want to be on camera. What are you doing? Oh yeah. That's what I get. You guys see that? She didn't want to come hang out with you guys today. She's got the babies in there, man. So there's another thing that came out today, dude. I didn't get a chance to read this, but it coming out. It's like this is the second time it's hit my news feed. Right, the news feed came out. Secondhand smoke from marijuana bong generates high pollutant levels. After research smoked with a bong or water pipe for 10 minutes, concentrations of fine particles matter or microscope airborne pollutants is a roughly 200 square foot room increased by more than tenfold. The data showed marijuana smoking for 30 minutes in the same room led to more than 28-fold rise in the fine particulate matter levels, the researcher said. We did not simulate the study. This is a real hangout, a real social event. The smoking lasted 1.5 to 2 hours, but we measured air concentrates before and after. Why do you think you get so high when you're hanging out in a small room with a bunch of potheads smoking, man? What's he say? I'm never going on mini shows. Why not? Why don't you go on mini shows? Go hang out and bullshit with them. These higher pollutant levels persistent for at least 2 hours of smoking. Bong smoking leads to extremely high and very unhealthy secondhand smoke, particular concentrates. Adverse health effects. Dude, I love smoking from a bong. What about you guys? You guys ever smoke from a bong, dude? Have you guys seen that new bong, man? I've been seeing it a lot. I'm gonna buy one. I think it's expensive. I think it's like almost $200. But it's that one you put on the table and you flip it. And when you're ready to take a hit, you flip it back and you inhale the whole thing, dude. I was like, I gotta get one of those, dude. You know, he said, what Michelle say? Nobody wants to see me. Also, who smokes for hours at a time? What? You don't ever smoke, do you, Michelle? You ain't a big smoker, are you? I do. If me and Maddie were together, fuck, dude, I don't think they'd ever go a blunt without being lit. You know that, Maddie? All day, every day. That's what I'm saying, Maddie. When I'm able to smoke and we get together, you know that shit. They're gonna be a blunt after blunt. We're gonna have like 4 blunts rolled before we start because we're gonna smoke. When that goes out, we'll wait 20, 30 minutes. We'll light another one. You already know it, dude. That's how it is, man. Michelle, you ain't a pothead. That's why smoking for 1.5 hours. I think they were just in a room. I think they're in a room with multiple people that were in it that smoke like that. Let's see. Michelle said, I'm the smoker, but it only takes me a minute and I'm good for hours. Hours, shit. When I used to smoke, I'd be good for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta smoke some more. But that's what I said. I used to smoke on a regular basis. That's why I had to graduate to the FECO or RSO oil so that I could be high for 8 hours at a time, which one it felt amazing. That's the best high I've had, honestly, with FECO and RSO. Like when you take that, when you're able to take because it takes just a minute amount, barely anything. And boy, it feels amazing. Absolutely amazing, dude. And that's why I'm like, dude, I love the concentrate like that. Like edibles are amazing. When you're able to eat a good edible, when you get a good edible, the high it lasts so much longer and it feels I like it a lot better. I like smoking, don't get me wrong. You see, Maddie said I got vacation days and we'll come celebrate with you, bro, for real. Man, I wish I could I can't do shit till November when I get off of probation. I gotta wait till probation's over. Probation isn't over until November or until I get a new job, whichever comes first. I did a chat with TJ last night after the left your place. Oh, did you? How was it, man? He said he's having a good time here, man. Edibles kick your butt, Michelle. You must be getting some good edibles, or you just a lightweight. It's hard to find good edibles, man. But when you do, like my wife's going to start when I start smoking again, we're going to start making edibles here at the house. Honestly, we're gonna start making edibles here at the house, and it's gonna be phenomenal. I've already got the butter machine too, magic butter machine. We won that thing years ago, and we still ain't used it yet. But I say you got to use a lot of fucking pot. You know, you got to use a lot of weed whenever you take the oils out of it to get the oil and concept to get it all the way out and be able to cook with it. I'm about to look at it some more and see, but I'm super excited to try that. It does it all, decarb and everything, man. So yeah, I'm super excited about that, man. I'm super excited about tomorrow with the legislation going on. Hopefully, it better pass. I mean, the House has passed it already. They passed it in 2020. 2 years ago, they passed it, and they're going back through again, right? You need a sponsor to get you a flip bong. No shit, dude. I'm putting my sponsorship package together. And I'm gonna be reaching out to a couple of people. Hopefully, I can get a couple of sponsors, just to help supplement, so I can get stuff like this. So I can get something like that, which will be great, which will be absolutely phenomenal. And so, I mean, I'm not charging a whole bunch for sponsorship. I put this stream; they'll be on here on the banner down here at the bottom, so you guys can go check out their content and buy some of their content. This is what it's about, supporting each other, right? And it's going to be small veteran businesses and stuff like that. To be able to go out there and get the amazing things that they have and that they're providing on a weekly basis, I charge them a small fee, a monthly fee, right? Because I'm here and these guys, we got so many people that watch this show on a regular basis, dude. I got you guys here. I got you guys on my show every freaking week. I'm doing 2 shows a week for you guys every Wednesday and every Friday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, every Wednesday and every Friday. And then I do this every Thursday. And Smoking Bacon told me I can come on whenever I want now. So I'll be doing Smoking Bacon and doing the stream there as well, man. Let's see here. Maddie said his eyelids are really close together, having the time of his life. Right? Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. So I'm super excited. There's a lot of things happening right now. There's a lot of crazy things happening. And it's we're getting there. As soon as I get to the new, like I said, we're gonna get a new studio set up. We're gonna get a lot of new things set up and be able to go and enjoy some time together and just have some fun and hang out with each other on a regular basis, man. But hopefully the show we pick up, like I said, get over to Chronic Palooza. If you guys haven't checked out Chronic Palooza, go to I think it's chronicpalooza.com. Go over there and vote for me, right? You can get free votes, but payday's on the first. I know that. Payday's on the first. Go buy some votes. Don't feel bad if you're buying votes because the money's going to a great cause. Like I said earlier, the money's going to the nonprofit called It Stops Here. It helps the children whose parents have been who have been incarcerated for possession of cannabis. These kids get stuck living with their grandparents, their aunts, and uncles, and then they don't have any money or anything, right? And what it does, it helps those that are taking care of those children to be able to get food, to pay electric bills, to pay bills. If it's Christmas, to get them Christmas presents and such like that. And it's an amazing nonprofit. It's a nationwide nonprofit because across our nation, there are people who are going to jail for small possessions of cannabis, and they're going to jail for a long time because they possess cannabis. And it's ridiculous. And this is why we need to come together and start fighting for medical freedom, dude. Like, regardless, I had my uncle, I was talking to my uncle the other day, right? What's going on, Chris? It's been a minute, man. We ain't talked in a while, Chris. So I'd have been getting notifications you're on the last few weeks. You haven't been getting notifications? What? That's crazy, dude. I love Facebook. Facebook does that all the time, man. You'll probably see a lot of notification because the guys from VRS are always putting stuff on my channel all the time. And you probably be like, oh, it's not the Stone Vet, that's radio, or that's whoever, Brandy and them or whatever. But no, I've been talking. Chris is in Canada. It's fully legal in Canada now. Lucky him. And the crazy part is the VA is giving him freaking free weed, motherfucker. We're trying to get that here. That'd be great if we can get that here, And so this is one of the things, guys, is that I was talking to my uncle last week, and he was like, "I'm against cannabis." He's an Air Force veteran. He's a retired captain out of the Air Force. Doesn't mean too much, right? He was never enduring any real conflict when he was serving. And I asked him, I said, "Why are you so against cannabis?" Like, he was hard charged, like, "I'm super against cannabis." And I'm like, "Why?" Well, because of the cartels and the gangs. And I told him, I said, "Well, you're stuck on the stigma that the government gave you." He's like, "No, I'm not. The government didn't give me a stigma. It's the gangs and the cartels." Once again, it's the government that gave you that stigma that cannabis is bad for you. If the government wouldn't have their hand in the pot of cannabis, right now it's not at the federal level, but wait till it gets to the federal level. Watch how bad it's going to be. At the state level, I just talked to Alex here, one of the moderators from Vetco's. He said out the door in California, I think he said it was like $130, $160 an ounce out the door. And I was like, oh, motherfucker, that's expensive, dude. I said, here, dude, you go down the street, it's $35 out the door an ounce. He's like, what? I said, I don't know what kind of flower it is, but it's $35 out the door. Weed calms me the hell down. I know, Chris, weed does an amazing thing, right? And so I told my uncle, I said, so you're still stuck on the stigma that cannabis is bad because the gangs and the cartel, like I said, the government gave you that stigma. The government would take their hand in their pot and allow it to be like any other freaking opioid that people take. It'll be all right, wouldn't it? Like, if the government didn't say it was bad, you'd probably be all right to smoke it. But since the government has been saying it's bad for the past 30 freaking years, you think it's bad. And I was like, deal. I said, cannabis has saved lives. Hundreds of thousands of lives cannabis saves on a regular basis. I said, I'm a massive advocate, Theo. You got to understand, dude. Like, it helps tremendously. I asked him, I said, when was the last time you talked to a veteran of this last decade? Hell, even 20 years ago when OIF and OEF started. Have you talked to any of those guys? He's like, yeah, I got a buddy. He's 100% disabled, PTSD. I said, have you talked to him? Saved lives worldwide. It has, Chris. I asked him, I said, you talked to him? He's like, man, he's doing great, dude. He works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was like, huh. And there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with the guy that works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. No, he's doing great. I said, Thea, go talk to your brothers. My dad, Afghan war veteran, spent 18 months in country. That guy suffers PTSD tremendously bad. I said, when I'm able to smoke again, I'm going to go take him. I'm going to smoke this blunt. Come smoke this blunt with me. Let me know how you feel. Something purple. I love purple flower. Purple flower is my favorite. And then my other uncle who's down in Texas, he's like, I said, what kind of opiates you taking, dude? He's got a pain pump. He's got a pain pump, but he's like, I got this and plus 4 other opioids, 4 other painkillers that I got to take every day. I was like, dude, I said, you need to get on your Teacup program in Texas. Texas has a Teacup program. It's not the greatest cannabis program, but like I said, David Bass, whose episode comes out this Friday, is fighting for that. is fighting to help get medical cannabis better in his state. And like I said, he's there once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, advocating to his Senate, advocating to representatives. He's just advocating to everybody in his state. And he's letting them know this has to become, we need this. We need this here, right? Let's see here. What happened? What's the Teacup program? So the Teacup program is the Texas Compassionate Use Program. It's a compassionate use of medical cannabis. So right now all they have are edibles. They have 5 milligrams and 20 milligram edibles is all they have in their state, which is ridiculous. It's great, it helps, right? But it doesn't help to what it could be, to what the program could help the veteran community. And so my uncle's like, well, I can't use it because my job. So I understand. I said, but you need to quit, Granddaddy Perp. Yeah, that's one of my favorites, Maddie. Granddaddy Perp. And so I said, but you can retire. Like he's retired Army. He's retired Army and he's 100% disabled. So he brings in good money every month. I was like, just retire, dude. But he still feels like he's too young. He's in his 50s. He was with the 82nd Airborne out of Fort Bragg. He's a jump master. He's got his British jump wings. He's just a crazy dude, man. But I was like, that's one thing you got to start looking into. If you don't want to use cannabis, start looking at CBD and looking at how CBD helps, how CBD works and how it helps, and get over there and try that out for a little bit, right? I can tell people hemp is the ugly cousin of cannabis. It don't have THC, so you're not going to get high, but you're going to get pain relief. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's going to help you get off the freaking ibuprofens and Tylenol and stuff like that, Chris Benoit said, Jeebus, I'm 39 and I don't want to work now. No shit, right, dude? I'm the same way, Chris. I'm 38 and I want to quit. I want to give up. I got 21 years of federal service and I still can't retire. It sucks, dude. But that's what I keep telling people. So that's what I told my uncle. I said, dude, you cannot say this guy's okay. He works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, man. 50, I'll be happy if I can get out of bed. Me too, brother. Me too, man. I'm currently in a competition with some jarheads I served with. These 2 sergeants, man. They're like, hey, let's do a weight loss competition. I said, great, let's try it. Let's do it, man. I'm down 7 pounds in the past 2 weeks. I'm like, this sucks, dude. I'm fucking eating healthy. Like I've cut out all carbs. I cut out all sugar. I'm eating fruits and vegetables and eating clean. I had fish for lunch today. I had chicken thigh for dinner, chicken thigh, quinoa, and a little bit of lettuce for a salad today for dinner. I'm eating some, like, I love chips, and so I had to go get these healthy chips. These chips are 4 grams of protein. I'm eating protein like crazy. And I was like, green windy. Green weenie, right? No, absolutely. Green weenie. Yep, absolutely. Saranji's getting the green weenie on this deal, dude. It's me and another jar. He's another fucking Latino like me, and he's 250. He's as big as me. And then we got one guy, he's a white guy. He was at 205. And this dude, within a week, he was already down to 198. I said, you're already under 200 pounds, dude. I said, that's ridiculous, dude. I've dropped 7 pounds. It's been 2 weeks. I only dropped 7 pounds. I said, I'm working out every freaking day. I'm eating healthy all day, right? I'm eating little nuts and fruits and things and I got these chips. They're like white bean chips. They're tortilla chips, but they're white bean. They taste great. They're like 4 grams of protein, man. And I eat everything in moderation. I don't even think I'm getting 2,000 calories a day. I seriously doubt I'm even getting 2,000 calories. And I'm drinking water. I had a cup of tea earlier. I filled this thing up like halfway with tea, and it's been water all day. I'm drinking water after water all day, and I ain't losing shit. I said, I think I've done maxed out of everything that I'm gonna do, and I'm like, it sucks, dude. It looks like I'm gonna lose $100. What it looks like, I gotta get sponsored so I can pay this debt off in May. We got till May 27th. We got till May 27th for this competition to see who loses the most, right? Someone must hate the new G diet. No, she's eating good. I let them eat whatever they want. I tell them, I said, you guys eat. Don't suffer because of me. I'll figure it out. I'll eat the protein, like the protein that you make. I'll eat it, but in regards to the sides, I'll have to eat. Like I made quinoa the other day. I gotta go buy some more quinoa. Rice. I've been eating the shit out of rice. Chicken and rice is what it's been, a lot of it, right? And so I've been eating a lot of free food stuff. I don't even think I'm averaging 2,000 calories a day, honestly. and I'm still not losing fucking weight. I'm like at this plateau, and I'm taking these supplements. This girl said, "You got to try this," and she's like, "You got to do it for 3 months." It's like, what supplement requires me to take it for 3 fucking months? I'm like, this is ridiculous, dude. What supplement am I supposed to be taking that lasts me 3 months? That I have to take it for 3 months before it even works? I'm like, I'll get you in a few. Yeah, hit me up, Chris. Hit me up. Let me know. Give me some secrets or something. But yeah, I was like, what kind of crap? I gotta take these, and these supplements are $100. So I was like, for you gonna get $300 out of my ass for something that doesn't work? No, because they put me. They said if you sign up to be a special member or whatever, you have a 3 month commitment. I was like, oh bullshit. I've been on this thing for a month. I've been taking this stuff almost a month now, and I'm like, this shit ain't working. I am not losing shit off of this thing. She's like, really? I was like, nothing is working. This is supposed to start your metabolism. It's supposed to help freaking curb your appetite. And I was like, yeah, I went on there and I was like, you want to charge me $100? Nope. I went on there and found the cheapest thing. I said, just send me this. Send me this. I'll try this. Let's see if this works, you know? And I was like, I got one more month of doing this shit. And I was like, I said, you motherfuckers, dude. You guys suck, you know? And so I got one more month. So freaking next month, the 25th of next month will be the last month. I'm canceling that shit. I'm like, this is bullshit. Give me some supplements that really work, dude. Give me some supplements that really work, man. And so hopefully we'll see. Hopefully I got till May 27th. I got to win this competition, dude. I got to get on this. Chris, hit me up. Definitely hit me up, Chris. Let me know if you got something that can help me. Or if any of you guys know anything about freaking weight loss, something you guys can give me some pointers on and help me with, or whatever the case may be, man. Shit, dude. It's been, like I said, it's been a crazy week. Also, this week, dude, I had an appointment hit my email. It came across my email, VA. Came across me, the VA. I was like, what is this a video appointment for? Right. And they said it was an hour and a half long. I said, an hour and a half? Or what kind of video appointment is this, man? So I was at work. It was on a Tuesday. I was at work and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I was like, oh, it's 2 o'clock. So I went downstairs in the hallway and I was like, I pulled it up just to see what it is. And I looked at it. I said, who are you? Oh, I'm so and so with intake for mental health. I was like, why in the hell am I having to go through intake again? She's like, what do you mean? I said, I did this 10 years ago when I first got out of service. And she said, oh, well, it's a new process that we're doing. I said, this is BS. I've already done this process. It took me 2 weeks to do this process. It was a 2-week course that I had to go to every single day when I first got out of service. She said, oh, I understand, sir, but it's a new way. I said, I don't care. I said, why can't I not just go see a counselor? Why can't you just give me a counselor? I said, at one point I had 3 counselors and 2 psychiatrists. And I said, why can't you guys just assign me a counselor? Well, we got to see what we're needing. I said, no, this is BS. I said, you know what's wrong? I'm not even mad at you. You're the doctor. I'm not even mad at you. What I'm mad about is that you don't go to your management and say, this is ridiculous that we're having to do these for these veterans. She was like, here, take my number down. So I took her number down. I said, this is the fucking number to the clinic. This ain't even your direct line. She's a doctor out of Texas. I'm in Oklahoma and she's a doctor out of Texas. I said, how are you going to help me if you're in Texas? What if I need to come into a clinic and talk to you? I said, this is bullshit. I said, I can't do this right now. I'm at work. I told her I was in the hallway. I was like, I'm in the hallway talking to you about my mental health right now. In the hallway at work talking about my mental health. And you're telling me that this is going to be an hour and a half appointment? I said, I got to take off work just to do a fucking hour and a half intake appointment that I did 10 years ago? And she's like, yeah. I said, no, this is bullshit. I said, you need to go back to management and fix this shit. I said, what's your next availability? Oh, not till June. I said, it's fucking March. It's March and you're telling me that I can't get another appointment until June? And she's like, yeah. I said, that's bullshit. June is the next time I can get another appointment for this? She's like, yeah. I said, this is absolute bullshit. You know that, right? That this is how you guys are treating us veterans. You guys don't care about us. Like I said, you're in Texas. You're just here to collect a paycheck. You don't care about me. You're down in Texas. If I needed to go into a clinic and see you, I can't because you're not here. You know? I'd say see you in June. I said, we'll see. She's like, well, my scheduler will get back to you. I said, the sad part is your scheduler didn't even tell me that this was the appointment, what this appointment was for. I would have took the day off if I knew what this appointment was for. But nobody called me to tell me this is what the appointment was for. And I said, this is bullshit. Because you guys can't schedule me for an appointment and let me know and not let me know what the appointment is for. I got 2 psychiatrists I see on a regular basis. So tell me why I have to go through another intake process. I already have 2 psychiatrists assigned to me. You know, sounds like my calls on some days. Absolutely, Chris, it's bullshit. So you're telling me it's going to take another fucking 60 days, 90 days before you see me again? It's April. And that's if you see me June 1st. Another 90 days. And then you give me the number to the clinic like the fucking clinic's going to do anything for me if I'm thinking of committing suicide. Wake up call. I think about suicide every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about killing myself. So for you to give me the number to the clinic to get in contact with the secretary is not going to do anything. Why? So she can patch me through to your cell phone? This is bullshit, guys. This is why we have to stand up and fight for medical freedom. If I was able to go smoke a blunt, I went outside and smoked the blunt and said, fuck you. You know, this is the medicine I need right here. Your fucking therapy sessions aren't going to help me. I can't find a therapist. It sucks trying to find a therapist. But if you guys found one, continue going, continue using them. If you guys need help, always reach out, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Thursday, dude. Learning about Mississippi and how fucked up their cannabis laws are as well. Maybe next week I'll do Illinois. I'll hit up Illinois and find out what's going on in Maddie State, right? Then they wonder why 22 a day, right? And the sad part is, Chris, in Oklahoma, we have the highest suicide rate in the country at 27 veterans a day. Like I said, right now, while you guys are watching this show, we're losing a brother or sister wherever we're at around the world. Why? Because they feel alone and they feel lost and they don't feel like there's anybody there. So I tell you guys to share this content as much as you can. Get it out there so other people can see it. A lot of people don't know who Vet Radio Syndicate is. Share this content. Let them know, hey, dude, there's a TV station out here full of veterans spreading the word. Giving us a place to be able to go and hang out and feel like we're not left alone, that we have our brother here to the left and to the right of us. And we can sit around and bullshit with them, interact with them, and talk to them throughout their show. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like I said, this Friday, I got David Bass from Texas Veterans for Medical Marijuana coming out. Massive advocate in Texas, fighting for medical marijuana so that he can have medical freedom in his state, man. Don't forget to check out that episode. Huge shout out my sponsor, Rafa 180. Rafa 180 provides you the best medicinal grade CBD on the market, hands down. Dude, if you want to try CBD, go check out Rafa 180. If you don't know which one to get on, call them. Their phone number's at the bottom of the page. Give them a call. It's a direct line, dude. It's not a call center. It's a direct line, dude. Give them a call. Let them know what you need and why you want to try it so they can make sure they get you on the right proper dosage, man. When you check out with the Stone Vet USMC, get 15% off your entire purchase. Spend $85 or more, you get free priority shipping to your front door, dude. Great stuff what Rough 180 is doing. I love that they're my sponsor, man. Don't forget to go to chronicpalooza.com. Chronic Palooza and vote for the #1 Marine Corps podcast, dude. Let's bring home another award. Let's bring home an award from Chronic Palooza, the largest cannabis event in Oklahoma. Go check out chronicpalooza.com. Click on communities. I don't remember what it is. Communities something. It's the middle one. There's like 3 things. It's the middle one. You click that, and then it's going to pull up a whole list of shit, and it says categories. Click categories and look for live podcasts, and that's where you find me. There's only 4 podcasts out there. My competition ain't thick, dude. I got one guy I'm worried about because he's very popular in Oklahoma, but I'm heard around the world. Get out there and vote. Go buy it, dude. The first is coming up. Guess what? It's payday. $20 buys 500 votes. $20 goes to a nonprofit called It Stops Here, helping children whose parents are incarcerated for the possession of cannabis, guys. Go spend $20, win me some votes. I'm about to go spend some money to buy me a bunch of votes, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Thursday, dude. I love hanging out with you guys, just enjoying the time and the camaraderie together. Don't ever feel like you're left alone because you're not. We're here for you. We're here to help you. We're here to ensure that you are getting the help that you need. You're never alone, man. If you're out there able to enjoy some beautiful plant-based medicine, hit that blunt a little bit harder for me. I appreciate guys hanging out with me and enjoying the time together, enjoying this time together. Chris, I love you, brother. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Dude, remember, guys, here at the Stone Vet, we got your 6.